Harriet Tubman was born on March 10, 1822. She was a brave woman who helped many people escape from slavery. She was strong, smart, and never gave up. She worked hard to free people and make the world better. Many people remember her for her courage and kindness. Harriet Tubman was born into slavery in Maryland. Her birth name was Araminta Ross, but later she changed it to Harriet, the name of her mother. Her family lived on a plantation. They had to work for the owner of the land. Life was very hard for Harriet and her family. They had little food and no freedom. As a child, Harriet worked in the house of her owner. She cleaned, cooked, and took care of babies. Later, she was sent to the fields. There, she had to carry heavy things, cut wood, and plant crops. The work was very hard. She was often tired and hungry. Sometimes, she was punished if she did not work fast enough. One day, when Harriet was still young, she was in a store. A man was trying to catch a slave who was escaping. The man told Harriet to help stop the slave, but she refused. The man threw a heavy metal object, and it hit Harriet's head. She fell to the ground. She was badly hurt. After that, she had headaches for the rest of her life. Sometimes, she suddenly fell asleep, even when she was working. Even though life was hard, Harriet never lost hope. She heard about the North, a place where slavery was not allowed. In the North, black people were free. Harriet dreamed of going there. She wanted freedom, but she also wanted freedom for her family and friends. One day, she made a plan. She would escape to the North. She knew the journey would be dangerous. If someone caught her, she would be sent back and punished. But she was brave. She was ready to take the risk. One night, she left quietly. She walked through the woods. She listened to the sounds of animals and wind. She followed the North Star in the sky. She hid during the day and traveled at night. She walked for many miles. Sometimes, kind people helped her. They gave her food and a place to rest. After a long and difficult journey, she finally reached Pennsylvania, a free state. She was free. Harriet was happy, but she missed her family. She wanted them to be free too. So, she decided to go back and help them escape. This was very dangerous. Slave owners did not want their slaves to escape. They put up signs with rewards for catching Harriet Tubman. But she was clever. She wore different clothes and changed her hairstyle. She used secret paths. She never let anyone catch her. Harriet Tubman became a conductor on the Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad was not a real train. It was a secret network of people and safe houses that helped slaves escape to the North. People who helped were called conductors. They hid slaves in their houses and helped them travel safely. Harriet made many trips to the South. She helped not only her family but also other people. She used secret codes to communicate. She carried a gun to protect herself and the people she helped. She told them, "We will be free or die trying." If someone was too scared to continue, she encouraged them. She never left anyone behind. She made about 13 trips and helped around 70 people escape. She never lost a single person. People called her Moses because, like Moses in the Bible, she led her people to freedom. But the danger was always there. Slave owners were angry. They wanted to catch her. They offered a large reward for her capture. But Harriet was too smart. She used different routes. She changed her name. She always found new ways to escape. When the Civil War started in 1861, Harriet Tubman wanted to help. The war was between the North and the South. The North wanted to end slavery, and the South wanted to keep it. Harriet worked for the Union Army. At first, she was a nurse. She took care of soldiers who were sick or hurt. She used natural medicine to help them heal. Later, she became a spy. She went to the South and listened to the enemy's plans. She told the Union Army what she learned. This helped the North win battles. She also led a group of soldiers in a raid. They freed about 750 slaves. She was the first woman in American history to lead a military operation. After the war, slavery ended, but life was still hard for Black people. Harriet Tubman continued to help. She worked to make life better for former slaves. She helped them find homes and jobs. She opened a home for old and sick Black people. Even when she was old, Harriet never stopped helping others. She spoke to people about freedom and equality. She fought for women's rights. She believed that everyone should be treated fairly. Harriet Tubman died on March 10, 1913. She was about 91 years old. People remember her as a hero. She showed the world that one person can make a big difference. Today, many schools and streets are named after her. There are books and movies about her life. She is on U.S. money to honor her bravery. Harriet Tubman was strong and fearless. She never gave up. She helped many people escape from slavery. She worked for freedom and justice. Her story teaches us that we should always fight for what is right. She showed us that courage and kindness can change the world.